having institutions like the UN debating over the fate of Earth, imagine if they debated over the fate of Moraceae, where there are no such divisions between that country and this country, where you can't label someone as less than human if you call them a refugee, where you can't look at the world and say, well, just because this person doesn't have enough money doesn't mean that they don't have the right to speak, or that they've somehow made the wrong decisions. I believe it was Martin Luther King Jr. who actually said that it's quite cruel in a world to expect people to pick up their own bootstraps when they don't have any boots. And I feel that that's where we are. I feel we're living in a world where people are being judged and criticized and defined by situations that they did not choose to be in. Yet there is this perception from an institution that is inanimate. And what I mean by that is, if you can imagine people like ants and institutions like an ant farm, like a piece of plastic that sand is dumped into, and the ants go around to make, the trails. If you can imagine human civilization like that, that is my understanding of agency and structure, is that people are fed like ants into this plastic tube to be observed and watched and criticized. And we feel somehow socially acceptable to that way of living. And it's going to require a great deal of unlearning or displacement of what we have seen with something new for us to overcome that level of challenge. Because in the absence of something like what we're talking about with Moraceae existing, we're just going to continue on with the same pre-existing, plastic container, where old ants will be dumped out and new ants will be brought into it. Like, that's the reality of it. Civilization, practically for around 6,000 years, has gone virtually unchanged. We still have the same things there. Like, you can go and uncover this in a desert somewhere and see, wow, it's pretty much the same thing. So this is why I'm not a huge encourager and supporter of institutionalization as it currently has been. We have to redefine them if we are to redefine ourselves. Redefine the planet if we are to redefine the nation state. And until that narrative, until that origin mythology exists, we're going to just continue on doing the same things that we've always done. And it's time for a change.